What's up, chat? How's it going? How's everyone doing on this fine Thursday morning of the week? April 14th. Wow, time really flies. Feels like it's still February. You probably already know what we're going to be working on today. The same thing we've worked on this week. Did we start it this Monday? Is that when we started? Yeah, because that's when I got back from a trip. On the 11th. Yeah, so this is day 4. And off stream, I did some pretty crazy shit. Pretty proud of what I did. Although I really need to stop working on this project off stream. Because I have so much other stuff to do. I just get distracted by this project. All right, look at this, chat. Check this out. Check what I did. Boom. Front end, back end. Rust thing in here. Front end upgraded to use Yarn v2. Back end has a package JSON even though it's not JavaScript with some scripts that do everything. Watch. Lint. Boom. Lints both Rust and JavaScript. And then dev runs the JavaScript front end, runs both backends at the same time. And then watch this. Watch. Make a modification to the constants or any file in the Rest project. Boom. Recompiles instantly. Look at that. So cool. Also, now we get the advantages of Rust Analyzer because it's in VS Code. So yeah, we are set up for success. Making and continuing our journey to make the best r/place clone out there. So what's our current status? Well, you might recognize this image. Let's just go through the parts of it and see what parts we have to do. Which parts we have done and which parts we have yet to do. So the front end, let me pull that up real quick. Here's the front end. Very, very nice. I know. Casbat, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. So front end, we have a lot left to do, but we have the base for the entire thing done. Like this is basically all we need, right? We just need a bit of, panning. Let me actually make a to-do list real quick. To do. So in the front end, confirm before placing pixels. Rate limit. Reconnect to WebSocket automatically. Choose different colors. Yeah. And then pinch, pan, zoom, or pinch, pan. What's the other one? Pinch, pan, and is it zoom? Pan is to move around. Pinch is to zoom. Pinch, pan, zoom, canvas. Basically, I want to be able to scroll wheel and it'll zoom in, scroll out, it'll zoom out, and then drag around and it'll drag around, etc. All that stuff needs to happen. Probably more. Login page. That's for the short term. On the WebSocket end, we need to auto reconnect to backend. This is a big one. We need to do this. This is very important. Do I have anything else? Solidify RPC client thread. This thread should be solidified. It's only 70 lines of code. It's probably going to be more lines of code by the time I'm done solidifying it. But it should be, this part should never crash, and if it does, it should instantly restart. Anything else in this? Oh yeah, we have authentication, of course. For the backend, we also have rate limiting. Let me just search for to do. Yeah, sessions, rate limiting, auto reconnect, validate auth token. Yeah. So that's all we have. This is everything for the and then also Docker images. I need to do that. I tried to do it, and I don't think I did it. I might have done it right. I don't think I did it right. Maybe I did do it right. Who knows? Okay, cool. So that's our to-do list. Any votes, chat? What should we work on first? The WebSocket, this is really important stuff. Solidifying the RPC client thread, auto reconnection to the backend. That's pretty similar to what we did yesterday. We basically did this part for the backend yesterday. And for part of the WebSocket. So we could finish that up. That would be smart. These two things. The front end, we got a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff to do on the front end. We could, like, transforming this basic POC to something that's actually what we want to do, or what we want it to look like, that's going to be very fun. So yeah, let's do a little poll in chat, I guess. What do we work on? So there's basically three options. Solidify, WebSocket. This is something we have to do at some point. It's going to be, I guess, slightly boring, but also very difficult. Front end. Fancify. Or make front end look good. And authentication plus rate limiting. Okay, those are the three options. If it was just me choosing, I would probably choose Solidify the WebSocket, because that's basically what we were working on yesterday. And we do need to finish it. Making the front end look good is probably the most interesting thing to watch. Just gonna tell you that. On stream, this is probably the most interesting thing. Authentication, boring. We could work on it. So far, it looks like everyone wants to solidify the WebSocket. 61%. That's a pretty big majority. And that is also what I would have chosen. Don't worry, chat. We probably will have time today. Like, solidifying the WebSocket is actually not that hard. Or it's going to be pretty difficult. But it's not going to take that long. I have to end stream at 10 o'clock. Because I have a meeting. But we probably are going to have time to work at least a bit on the front end, even if we start with the WebSocket. And it looks like so far we have a good majority on the Solidify WebSocket end. So let's go on with that. I'll put a little tilde here because it's in progress. So, WebSocket. There's some warnings in this file because, well, actually, why is there a warning here? Ooh, yep, got a little warning here because I need to handle some errors. So this is the WebSocket thread. This thread is spawned every time. Okay, chat, wait, just some quick info. A thread is basically a part of your code that can run parallel to a different part of your code. So this thread is for this part spawns a new thread for every person that's connected to the server. So there's going to be like 10,000 threads per WebSocket client. So each of these threads, the main thread here, this one is all solidified. This one is perfectly done and finished. How do I do this folding region though? Yeah, this is all done. The RPC client thread, this is the most difficult one. So let's start with the WebSocket thread. I just have this one error that I have to get rid of. So this is handle WebSocket. So okay, yes. So this part of the code is called when someone sends a pixel to us. So if it's a pixel, we deserialize it. If it's a valid pixel, then we attach a user ID to it. So this is something we're going to have to do. Ooh, let me just add this right now. When we connect to this client, I want to assign them a user ID. For now, I want to assign them a user ID. Later, I will get this from them. So let's say like, let user ID equals, this is going to be a string, but it's going to be, sometimes it's not going to be a string. It's going to not be a string at first. Well, actually, it's going to be a string at first. We're just going to generate a random string. How do I do that in Rust? I could just use a UUID. Okay, let's install UUID version 0.8 features v4 is a random generation, so let's do that. Big error happened just now. Oh, because features needs to be an array. Okay, we're gonna call into in this, and then we're gonna call this into. We're gonna make this an option string, and then this should be fine, right? Like you can convert a UUID into a string without me having to do anything extra. Oh, never mind. Can't do that. Come on, there's got to be like a toString, as bytes, as fields. toString. Okay, there we go. So user ID, we got this, and then I do need to pass this to handle WebSocket message. I need a message, and then user ID is a option string. Chat, option basically means it can be there or it can not be there. It's basically, it means I can't count on it being there. Now I need to pass the user ID here. Okay, and then if user ID dot is none, if there is no user ID, I don't think I want to do anything. I don't want to handle the message at all if they don't have a user ID. Right now, they will always have a user ID, but later, if they don't have a user ID, I don't want to accept pixels from them at all. Yes, option as in optional. Okay, so now we're back here. And now I can just put the user ID right here. Except I probably have to clone it with ID. So this, I do have to dereference it, I guess, at the very least. Let's change this up. Let's do if let sum user ID equals user ID. I hate that I have to add extra nesting for this. I wish there was a better way of doing this. Yeah, sum is not a function. Sum is an enum value. Cannot. Okay, I totally understand why this error is happening. I do have to clone it. Okay. So now we're sending a message to them. And this is actually super simple. What I have to do with this error. It's giving me this blue squiggly because it says this result may be an error variant which should be handled. So basically this is saying this could fail and it's not going to, my code isn't going to catch that if it fails. So what I need to do with it is get the res if res dot is error. No, actually. Well, I guess I could do, I guess I could return this and then dot map. Can I map a result to an option? No, Rust does not have any try catch. That's one of the good things about it. Oh, dot okay. Converts from result TE to option T. Discards the error if any. Yeah, so this is exactly what I want. So basically what this is going to do, if it succeeds, it's going to return some from this function. If it fails, it's going to return none from this function. And where we call this function up here, if it is none, then we disconnect from the WebSocket. We break from this loop, and then we're disconnected, I think. So that should be, this part of the code is now completely solid. This will never crash. If it does, it's going to, if an error happens, it's going to nicely just disconnect from the WebSocket, and none of the other WebSockets are even going to care that this one, quote unquote, crashed. Okay, so let us, how do I do fucking regions? Didn't I just search this like yesterday? Does not work? I thought I tried this. No, this doesn't work. But why is this not just working? Hello? All I want to do is mark this as a region that can then be folded. Oh, folding. Wait, what was this? And region slash end what is wrong with this, chat? Okay, let me try all the options. We have region like this. Doesn't work. Hashtag region like this. Doesn't work. Space region. Doesn't work. Hashtag space hashtag region. Doesn't work. Why? I need a plugin? What plugin do I need? Region? Rust. What am I hiring for? Various projects. Most importantly, I need a web designer. If there's a very cracked dev, maybe also, but less chance of being hired if you're a developer than if you're a web designer. There's a keyboard shortcut. Control Shift square bracket. That folds the entire function. Come on. This should not be the hard part of coding. VS Code Rust folding. More contracted, not full time. Okay, wait, look at this. This is code. This is literally the code that handles folding. If it's a comment, then we take the text, and if it starts with region start. Okay, region start. What is region start? Oh, region. You need a colon? Ha! God fucking damn it. That's so cringe. I have to... At least I figured it out. That works, I guess. I just have to add a colon there. Catch errors in a WebSocket. Cool. All right. Next up on the docket, I think I'm done with the WebSocket part. I now just need to work on the RPC client part. So let's grab that code. Yeah, so this is what we need to have happen here. Let's just zoom out a bit. First of all, search for unwrap. 7 matches. We have to get rid of all 7 of these. Well, actually only 6 because one of them's a comment. all 7 of these unwraps. Unwrap is basically saying, if this is an error, just crash the entire program. So what we want to do instead of that is handle these errors individually. So there's 7 of these. What we need to do with them is what? Oh yeah, and we also have to auto reconnect to the back end. That's another big one. All right, so auto reconnecting to the back end. This is going to be tricky to figure out. So what do we do here? Okay, so we build a transport. A transport is what we use to transport data between this process and the backend process, and it's connected over TCP on the server address using bin code to serialize, and then we unwrap this. Then we make a client. We pass in the default config, and we pass in the transport, and then we pass spawn. So this actually doesn't give me any errors. We don't have to unwrap this at all. This just connects. This just will always work. And then we get the full canvas. So every time we reconnect, we do want to get the full canvas back again. We have this interval here. Okay, let's just ignore this stuff for now. And let's assume that we always connect successfully. We will deal with that later. Let's handle all the other errors for now. So, number 1, receiving a pixel. So this is basically all of the WebSockets send pixels to this one spot in the code, which then adds it to this array of pixels, which is actually not an array but a vector. So why would this, and we're unwrapping the pixel. Why would we need to unwrap this? The only possible error is if all the senders are disconnected. So, am I using anything for the monorepo? Yeah, Yarn. Yarn v2. Even though this part's Rust, it's still using Yarn. I still have a package.json here. Looks like this. Set that up yesterday. It's very cool. So yeah, we got this pixel. And this will panic if there are no WebSockets connected, huh? So in that case, we just need to ignore it. So we'll match pixel. Or no, we'll just do if let okay pixel equals pixel. Then we just do this. Boom, done. So this is basically saying if the pixel is not an error, then we handle it. But if it is an error, we just don't do anything because we don't really care. Because the only possible error here is something that is not fatal. I can just ignore it safely. All right, moving down. This is every 500 milliseconds, we collect all the pixels that we've collected over the past 500 milliseconds, and we send those off as a batch. What kind of things do we have in here that could be pitfalls? We check if pixels is empty, but this is just a print. We take pixels. That's not going to crash. We create a delta from the pixels. And then we send... What is set canvas delta? It should be called like send canvas delta, not set canvas delta. So this is the big thing. This is us sending off this delta to the back end. So if this fails, we want to retry it, honestly. We for sure want to retry it. Because but we only want to retry it like once, and then we just cancel, I think. I actually don't know how we deal with this. What does this return? It returns a tarpc client RPC error. RPC error. Oh. Okay. It's got to be somewhere in this code, right? RPC error, please. Please show me what this is. There we are. Okay, here are the 3 possible errors. Ooh, this is actually really nice. Number 1, the client disconnected from the server. If we have this one, if we have this error, then we want to cancel this entire thread. No, do we? Because then we gotta reconnect. I think we do want to basically jump all the way back up to the top here. If that happens. If the request exceeded its deadline. So if this happens, then we want to retry it, I think. The problem with retrying it if the request exceeds its deadline is that what if it already did the processing on the server? Maybe we just don't want deadlines. But we do want deadlines. We want it to cancel after 500 milliseconds. Let's look at what exactly this deadline is. Okay. Configure deadlines and deadline propagation. Request deadlines default to 10 seconds. The server will... 10 seconds is very long. The server will automatically cease work when the deadline has passed. Any request sent by the server that use the request context will propagate... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we don't care about that. If we want our deadline to be less than 10 seconds. Well, no, I guess we don't. I guess we just don't want a deadline. No, fuck. This is hard to figure out. This is hard to figure out. Maybe if it fails, like if it times out on this, we just want to add the next set of pixels to the pixels. I mean, also, this should never happen. Like, this is probably never going to happen. But just in case it does, we need to figure out what we're going to do with it. So if we look here, this is what happens in the set canvas delta. This actually could... I guess this could time out. Wait for the merge delta. Yeah, so this is the god damn, this is hard to figure out. What do we want to do? If we have a deadline, the thing that most likely happened is the main thread didn't reply back with the merge delta. What do we want to do in that case? I guess we just want to ignore it. Because it's definitely okay. 100% chance it has sent the delta off to the main thread. Non 100%, pretty much 100% chance, but not necessarily, because something could go wrong magically. It failed to send me back the merge delta, but eventually it's going to, right? There's no way that it doesn't send back the merge delta. So I think if this times out, we just want to ignore it. Basically what's going to happen if we ignore it is some of the people who are connected to the server are going to have some pixels, or some of their pixels are going to not update for 500 milliseconds. And then if anyone touches them after that, they're going to update again. So we're good. So if we get a where the fuck was I? Here we are. So if we get a deadline exceeded, we are just done. We just don't care. And we're going to set the deadline to 1 second. So basically, if the backend doesn't get back to us within 1 second, get fucked, backend. Because we don't want this function to be sitting here processing for that long, because then we're going to miss all these pixels. So yeah, here is our here's our thing here. So this is a result canvas delta pixel backend error RPC error. So there's a lot of different errors that could happen here. We're gonna match canvas delta. If it's okay, latency between backend and WebSocket server could be up to 2 seconds, just network, you think? Aren't they running on like a similar subnet? And sending a raw TCP request? If I use something like fly.io to deploy, they will be all around the world. But where in the world is going to have 2 seconds of ping if it's a high performance VPS? And what is this? I'm not going to deploy this globally, though. I don't want to deploy it globally. But I guess you're right. We will set the deadline to something like 3 seconds, I guess. but the intended audience of this, which is Ludwig's audience, is not global, so this should not be either. And then we won't run into this problem. So this is the server aborted request processing. What do we got here? Error kind not found, permission denied. So this could be basically anything. And then detail. Okay. I think we want to ignore this as well. So if it's deadline exceeded, we ignore it. If it is, what was the last one? Server. Why do I have to specify this for this, but not for the other thing? Okay, so disconnected. If we disconnect, what do we want to do? Something fatal. I don't know how that's going to look right now. And now here, we could actually have another error, which is a backend error. What does that get caused by? That gets caused by the backend. That would be in the Delta merger. No, it would be an RPC server. Why would this ever fail? This would fail if all receivers have been dropped, but all receivers will never be dropped. This is Delta sender. Delta sender. If we go to main, Delta sender, Delta requester, that's the receiver, and that's always going to be inside the Delta merger and this thread will never crash. Right? Yeah, this will never crash. So this error will never happen, right? But if it does, it's non-fatal. This error it will error with closed when all sender halves have dropped, but the sender half will never be dropped, first of all. If it falls behind, newly sent values will overwrite old values. This will resolve with error lagged. Okay, so both of these are non-fatal. Okay, so if let okay canvas delta equals canvas delta, am I doing this wrong? I thought this was how you did matches like this. So this is if it's an error. Let's actually match on this. Is there a way to do like a, I don't know, like a double match? Because this is getting kind of messy. What's going on here? Missing a... What the fuck is... My syntax is wrong somewhere. Okay, here. Match here. This closes itself. If we have an error, that opens and closes. We need another... We need to close our match. Is this wrong? No, this is right. This is still right. Okay. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. So if it's not empty, we merge it together. We do a send here, which could be an error. And we want to ignore this error. If we want to ignore this if this is an error. Because if this is an error, it means that everyone's disconnected from the receiver, but that's never going to happen. Because Pixel receiver is here, and that's handled by the RPC client. I guess it could happen if the RPC client is currently reconnecting. I guess that means that I should try to retry this if it fails. Thank you for the Prime sub, Mario Kyra. Appreciate the Prime. We're at 176 subscribers. Maybe we can get to 200 today if everyone uses their Prime. Irosaur, I think over the Prime as well. Yeah, so this is fails. We want to exponentially back off it. Or do we? I guess we just want to drop it because this is either us. No, because it'll refetch the full canvas when it reconnects. Was inspect error. All right. How do I just cleanly ignore this error? If this is an error, I'll just print Wait, this is sending to WebSockets. Wait, this could totally fail. This is the Delta sender, not the Pixel sender. This is going to be sent. This will fail if there are no connected WebSockets. Which means that this will only happen if there's no connected WebSockets, which is fine. And we don't even need to print this out because this might happen often. All right, so then we serialize the canvas. Nothing here. All good. No unwraps. We do have to figure out this fatal error. How do we handle this disconnect cleanly? I don't know. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to move all of this into an inner function, and then we're going to exponentially back off over it. That's what we're going to do. Okay, what's down here? So this is every 1 minute we grab the full canvas from the backend. So this is unwrap. This could be a receive error, an RPC error like this. Same thing. Can I set a custom deadline? I don't know what a context is. Oh, I can pass a deadline into this. This is gonna block the other calls. And why is this on the wrong? Oh my god, I have to do this. Okay. Like if this fails, all that's happening is that my canvas might be out of sync, maybe. Like it should always be in sync. We just have this just in case it gets out of sync. So here's our res. Can I do context with Can I please get the functions that I can call in this context? Sheesh. No, apparently not. Oh, there we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, the only thing on there is current. Cool. So many people typing hiring, so few people going through with it. Well, I already got 2 submissions today. Why is this here? Get rid of that. Okay, so if so this is gonna be a backend error. If it's disconnected, it's fatal still. If let okay canvas. No. We'll do a match here. Oh, it's actually the same problem. Take what you want, but you die by the Okay. If we get an RPC error, if RPC error equals RPC error disconnected, fatal. Tell me something, something, something. No, wait, that's so funny. Oh god, that's so funny. It's defined as this because it's moved into the function. It's automatically dropped. That's really, really funny that this is how that works. I'll just use this syntax. What the fuck is... Okay, there we are. If it's fatal, it's fatal. We don't know what we're doing here yet. I don't want this deadline to be... I want this deadline to be like 2 seconds. Or less. I want my entire deadline to be 2 seconds. How do I do that? Config. Max in-flight request, pending request buffer. This is default 1,000 and 100. That's totally fine. But that doesn't have my deadline on it. How do I set the context? We'll figure that out later. So let's see. What's our unwrap status? Only 2 left. We got rid of 6 unwraps. Cool. Our BRB chat. And then we'll finish this. Okay. So now comes the hard part. What happens? How do we handle this disconnecting or not connecting in the first place? And how? Okay, let's just go through all of these. What kind of result is this? Unknown error. Here's the error. What? There's just a normal IO. Okay, this is an IO error. I get it. So complicated. Um. Hold up 1 second, chat. All right, back. So we connect. This is not an error, and then so the only two unwraps we have left are getting the full canvas initially. This thing we just need to retry until we get it because we need to have a representation of the full canvas. This. Wait, I just had a thought. Does Twitch allow me to look at my ad history? Yes, cool. Twitch is running automatic ads now, by the way. Who made this command? Wait, who made this command? I did solve the two mutable borrows problem yesterday. I forget how. Wait, how did we solve that? Oh yeah, we decided to just not do the cool thing that we wanted to do because it was unnecessary. Basically, we were trying to exponentially back off if there's an error, but it turns out that all errors are fatal in that case. Okay, so this we want to exponentially back off. This thing, we want to, if this fails, we just want to retry this entire function, which is the same thing that we want to have happen if we disconnect here or if we disconnect here. So I'm going to take out all of this code. Don't worry, we're going to keep it. We're going to call this RPC client inner, and this is not public. This is just a function. Boom, boom. Can I make these all... I can. And that doesn't complain at me. Okay, that's good. Oh, look at that. That's very nice of you, Rust. Okay, so this is this is exactly the same as what we just did. Like this is, we did not change the code at all by doing this. But what we want to have happen is we want this function to return an option. No, we want it to return a result. Empty. And then string. I guess this is an IO error. No, I guess we want a IO error. Okay, so then if we disconnect, we return error. And then IO, how do I build an IO error? I'm just pushing through. You think you better as you can. I'm honest. Error kind. What's an error kind? Connection aborted. So which is the closest to disconnected? I guess connection aborted. So this wants what? This wants an error kind. Expected 2 arguments, found 1. Error E. What is this E? It has a fucking another error inside it? What is this shit? I guess I'll pass in RPC error then. All right, I want to kind of go in here. I want to figure out everywhere where server errors are thrown from. I guess it comes from the server shit, so it's pretty hard to know. Is there a way to say, like, is this fatal? It's hard to tell. So this could be fatal, I guess. It's just hard. We just can never know. Okay. So I kind of want another function called get full canvas retry. Maybe I've been and this could return a result. It's either going to return a VEC-U8 if the canvas is available, or it's going to return a IO error. Drinking whiskey that you brought me, and I tried everything that you taught me. Okay, so let res equals this. If res no, we'll just match on res. We're going to return match res. If it's an error, wake up in the afternoon. These days I'm in a terrible mood. Always make a smile for you. Okay, boom. So if we disconnect, we want to return the same disconnection error. Should you use my own error type? Why? Why should I use my own error type? Anything else I want to retry? But how the fuck do I do that? In a clean fashion. Let me look at the let me look at the code that I hold up a second. I have to spend 5 minutes fixing a different project. That was an error. This is cringe. Wait, this is so cringe. What? Oh, it's a different repository. Fuck me. Yo, thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months, Bradley Genius. Wish I could keep up my good work. Why do you wish that? I am. So far, I haven't not kept up my good work. I hope. I appreciate the kind words. All right, back. Yeah, so we want to retry this. What I was gonna do is I was gonna go to the Discord that I posted my code yesterday. so I could remember what my code looked like, because I think it was pretty good. Oh yeah, you can't fucking search for users in Discord if you're in streamer mode. It's really annoying. Oh, found it. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I just want to I want to make the back off first. Okay, so before even I do the res, let back off equals back off how many retries? We want how many retries do we want? Back off new. How many retries do we want? Yeah, how many retries do we want before we just decide that we're fucked? 4 retries. Because even if this fails, we're gonna reconnect to the entire thing afterwards. So 4 retries. The minimum. Oh, this is super smart. This is super smart. Wow. The minimum is like duration from milliseconds 500 by default, and then the maximum. No, we'll just not have a maximum. None. So now for duration in back off, we get the res, match on the res. If it's okay, we return okay. Now I have to explicitly return, I think. Turn it around. Okay, so here we want to retry. So we just don't do. Oh, here we would do the other thing, the fucking. I'm scrolling through the Discord. Oh yeah, sleep. But not standard thread sleep. I want to do Tokyo sleep. Let me just do this. Boom. Okay, so let's go through this function, make sure we are... when fetching initial canvas. Okay, so yeah, get full canvas with retry. What is this function doing? We construct this exponential backoff thing. This is uncostly. We can just do this. Loop through this. So start, we try to get the full canvas. If it's successful, we return the canvas that we just got, all good. If it's an error and we are disconnected, we return... Why is it playing the same song again twice in a row? If it's an error and it's disconnected, we return this error indicating that we're disconnected. If it's an error and it's not disconnected, we wait for 500 milliseconds and then more later. And then we loop back up to here where we try getting the full canvas again, repeat. If we go through all of those, then we return this error. So this is exactly what we want. So let canvas equals get full canvas with retry. Dot await. We have to pass the client to this and question mark that. Because if this is failed, then we want to cancel this entire function. Any other unwraps in this whole thing? No, zero, literally zero. There are 2 question marks. The question marks are basically the unwraps. But if we have this, if this fail happens, let me move this code down here. If this fails, if this RPC client inner fails, then what we want to do is we just want to retry. Retro MMO, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Okay. So we want to back off this as well, right? We want a loop. We want an infinite loop because this should never crash entirely, right? Let the res. We get the res. So this is either gonna this will never return okay. This function will never return okay. So if it returns an error, then we want to retry. We just want to retry, but we don't want to retry instantly. We want to sleep. Oh, 2 more resumes coming in. What's our total resume count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Exactly 20. I will check them on the deadline. Okay, so this is an error. I want to print out the error. Like so. It is a lot of applicants. I didn't expect this many applicants. Unfortunately, most of them are probably developers, which means I can't hire most of them. Unless they're like absolutely cracked and also like cool people. Because the designer role is definitely the priority. But yeah, cool. Very cool. And even if I don't hire any developers now, I'll still have the resumes if I need any later. Need another hand for working on projects with LUD? No, that's not why I'm hiring people. I'm hiring people because I don't have as good design skills as I have development skills. So that's why I want to hire a designer. And if someone happens to be a developer who is absolutely cracked, then maybe I will hire them for other things. Is there a name of this team? It's not a team. It's just me and optionally another person. It's called Mogul Moves. Okay. Oh, chat, I want to check something real quick. I haven't checked my how much money I've made from ads since I turned on ads. Huh. Seems about $10 to $20 per stream that I have automatic ads on. I don't know if I like that. It's not very much. What's up, Dan the man? This is going to be sick once it's done, which it's not. Maybe I should try to make it be done. All right, well, so we got an RPC error here. This is actually kind of weird because I want to exponentially back off this, but if it takes too long, let run start equals instant now, and then let run duration equals duration, or run start dot. Is there like a duration since or elapsed? Or returns the amount of time elapsed since this instance was created. Yeah. So this is how much time it took to run this client. So basically, if this is less than like 10 seconds, then I assume it's just failing over and over again, right? So I kind of want to create a backoff. Which has an infinite amount of retries. So U32 max. Wow, all the verified check marks are coming into my chat. How am I so goated? Oh, I'm not goated. Oh yeah, I haven't really acknowledged this, but yeah, Susan Wojcicki likes the extension. That's very cool. I haven't, like, I'm not actively developing the extension anymore. Except I did add a feature coming up for the LUD block. But like, I'm not the owner of the code in the extension. What? Yeah, I'm not the owner of the code in it, so I can't take all. I feel like I'm gonna get all the credit for it. I feel like this is the most annoying part about being who I am, is that I get so much. I steal so much credit from people just because people are like, developer made thing, and they think it's me. Yeah, I did it. It's not tested though. So the Truffle team, I believe, is testing it. It's a Discord bot, Drewsome, where you can do, there's like two commands, one for the one thing and then for undoing the thing. And then within 5 minutes, it will update it. Okay, so I got this back off here. I kind of want to like clone it or something, because I want to reuse this base back, because this back off is like an iterator. Can I reset an iterator? Can I do like back off dot reset? Oh, retry attempt. I can pass the retry attempt. Yeah, I made the extension on stream, but I didn't do all of it anymore. Like, I made the base of it, but there are other people working on it now, so that I can work on stuff like this and not have to spend my every waking hour improving the extension. Rust reset iterator. Oh, wait. There's a smarter thing. There's no internal cursor to this at all. The only reason there's a cursor on it is because this thing is a for loop. So this is manually handling this cursor. The for loop has a cursor, but let retry attempt equals 0. Let mut retry attempt is 0. This is genius, chat. Can I do like 0u32 is that thing? Yeah. Okay, and then watch this. If run duration is greater than duration from seconds 10, so if it took longer than 10 seconds to crash, then retry attempt equals 0. Else, retry attempt plus plus. Plus equals 1. You can't do plus plus in Rust. Okay. But this is going to return 1 on the first. We'll do this. We'll do back off next retry attempt. Why would this be an option? Let sleep duration equals duration from millis, or I could just do a back off dot. Can I not get the minimum? It's not public. So we'll just store this. Let min sleep. Yeah, but there's never gonna be none more. That's only like in this case. I could safely unwrap it technically. I think. Can I? No. Just clone this. Why is this saying move occurs? Okay, so back off dot. Sleep duration equals min sleep duration. Run duration. So if it's been longer than 10 seconds, then we don't need to do this. Retry attempt. We do want to reset that to 0, but we don't want to do anything else. If it's been shorter than 10 seconds, retry attempt plus equals 1. Can I just set this to -1? I know it can't because it's a... And then retry attempt plus equals 1. This just feels unsafe, though. I'll just do this. Sleep duration equals retry or back off dot next retry attempt. No, I can't do that. I can do this though. If let sum duration equals this, sleep duration equals duration. Boom. This has to be mutable. And then I want to do sleep duration dot await. Yo, Genfi, thank you for the Prime for 2 months. Appreciate it. We're at 181 subs now. We're totally making it to 200 today. For sure, for sure. Okay, I need to make sure I know exact. What is this? Oh, it is implements copy. Okay. Okay. What is it? Let's run through this function. Set this stuff up. This is going to be 0. Retry attempt is 0. So, let's say on the first run it lasts for 5 minutes and then it crashes. So, run it. It lasted 5 minutes. Sleep duration is now 500 milliseconds. It's greater than 10 seconds, so we set retry attempt to 0. It was already 0, so it doesn't matter. This doesn't get called. We sleep for 500 milliseconds. Print out the error. Actually, let's print out the error up here. Sleep for 500 milliseconds, back up to the top. Now, let's say it crashes immediately again. Like, it can't connect for some reason. So now, run duration, we got that. Print out the error. Sleep duration is this. We go into here, retry attempt plus equals 1. So retry attempt is now 1. This is going to give us some value that's slightly higher than 500. We sleep for that much. Let's say it crashes immediately again. Boom, 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 down through here. Retry attempt is now going to be 2, etc. Okay, so now let's say it connects and it lasts for 5 hours and then it crashes again. So now we go through here. Sleep duration is 500. Retry attempt gets reset to 0. Sleep for 500. Yeah, this is exactly what we want, I think. So this is like a kind of exponential back off, but if it lasts for longer than 10 seconds, we reset the exponential back off. That's what this is doing. And, chat, this is now completely solid. Look, unwrap. Ah, 0. 0 unwraps. Question marks? Only the ones that are automatically retried. So easy. This is now completely solid. Will never crash. Solidify RPC client. Boom. Let's go. Okay, what's next? What is next? Any unwraps in here? Let's just search the entire project for unwrap. These ones are all things that we... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, yeah, this is unwrappable. The system clock will never be before 1970. Okay. Uh-oh. That's not part of it. Don't care about that. Every unwrap in the entire project is commented because I can safely do it. Nice. Okay, so now let's go to our to-do list. Solidify RPC client thread. Check. Fuck. Check. UTF-8. Check mark. Oh, here we are. Check. Check. Cool. Alrighty then. That's done. Authentication, boring. Rate limiting, boring. Save those for later. Let's work on the fucking front end. Also, wait, let's just wait. We never tested if this worked. I just assumed it would work because it compile. Well, I don't even know if it compiles. Okay. Yarn WebSocket. Look at this. This is it crashing. It's trying to reconnect over and over. Connection refused. And it's taking longer every time. So now, start the back end up. Oh, it's not throwing any more errors. That's because it's connected. If I'm honest, did it turn out how I wanted? Let's go. It's working. It's working. It compiled and worked on my first try, chat. What's with this shit? Okay, wait. Let's test the one last thing, which is WebSocket. Run the WebSocket. So now this is trying to connect over and over to the backend. We're going to run the backend. It's successfully connected. Now we're going to wait 10 seconds. So let's wait until 8:41. That should be good. So now we close the backend. Uh-oh, disconnected. Uh-oh, it retried faster. Custom error. Here's our custom RPC error. Kind connection aborted. Oh. Looks like it's good. Disconnect. Now it's going to try to connect again and fail again. And it's still in the backend timer. Back out. Back off timer. Okay. Now. We're going to wait another 10 seconds until 45. Let's just wait for 50. Yeah, now it's super fast. Nice! Dude, this is poggers. Poggers, dude. Poggers. Alright, now watch this. Yarn dev. Run the WebSocket. WebSocket's running. Front end's running. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So now let's work on the fucking front end. All right, chat. What of these, from this list of things that we're going to do, confirm before placing pixels, rate limit. No, we can't do that yet. Reconnect to WS automatically. Choose different colors, pinch pattern, zoom canvas, login page. Which of these is the most interesting? Oh, you know what's the most interesting thing? You know what the most interesting thing is, chat? Let's try scaling this up to 1,000 by 1,000 real quick. Uh-oh. Let's just try rerunning everything. Shit. Okay, we got an error coming up. Oh, because I never saved this file. Fuck me. Wait! But, oh shit! Good thing I caught this! Holy shit! Holy shit. Good thing I caught this. This is the client setting an invalid pixel out of bounds and the backend crashing. It's crashing the backend. It means that any bad actor would be able to crash the entire server if I had not figured this out. Let's do the validation for pixels being in range. Can't believe I didn't think of that. Let's do the validation on the WebSocket side. Or we could filter out the pixels on the backend side as well. You can also send invalid colors. Let's look for pixel deserialize. Let's do it where we're deserializing the pixel. And let's add a thing here, which is like, is valid. And I want to return self.x is greater than 0. It's always going to be greater than 0 because it's a UN, right? Yeah. Self.x is greater than, or is less than width. And self.y is less than height. And self.color, well, we don't have like a list of valid colors yet. Okay, now restart this, rerun everything. I place a pixel. It's not crashing on me. If I try to place a pixel up in the very top, is it working? I can't actually tell. Let's. Oh, I never actually. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let's just increase the size for real this time. Good thing I forgot to save this file, or else we would have been fucked. It panicked again. Attempt to multiply with overflow. Okay. 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 Good thing I'm catching these things now and not later. Okay. Delta merger line 56. I know what this is. It's because I have to convert them to. Let's make a pixel get index function. Line 56 is that? Yeah, so this is pixel.y. This is fine. It just wants this to be U16, but it should be a U size. So I'm converting it to a U size at the wrong spot. Pixel color is already a U8, right? So I don't need this. So let's do let I let I equals pixel dot get index. What is a UN8T? I don't know what a UN8T is. A U8 is a byte, a single unsigned byte. Let me actually search attempt to multiply with overflow and see. Standard num wrapping. Oh, I don't want to wrap. This is so messy, though. I have to convert everything to a U size individually. I don't love that. Satisfy your hands now. Okay, now it should not crash. Hopefully. Actually, hopefully it does crash. I'd love for it to crash now and not later. And I watch the water unfold. Oh, it is setting pixels. Look. Except it's not saving them for some reason. Now it is. I probably was just not connected. Yeah, I definitely wasn't connected. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So I'm noticing here that it is kind of hard to see individual pixels on a 1000 by 1000 canvas. So let's try doing the pinch pan zoom thing now. Let's see. Fix overflow and number stuff. Okay. So we want to be able to scroll to zoom on this canvas. We want to be able to drag around to pan, and we want to, what other controls are there? I know there's a library called, I think it's called pinch pan zoom. That's why zoom pan pinch. Well, fuck me then. Yeah, there's a React library for this that has 115k downloads. Okay. Super fast and light React npm package for zooming, panning, and pinching. Are there alternatives to this? Pan zoom map. Yeah, so maybe I'll just yoink the code from this and then translate it into Svelte. There's a lot of shit in here, huh? I thought this was lightweight. Actually, let's search Svelte. Zoom, pan, pinch first before we write our entire thing. It doesn't seem slow, but it doesn't seem ridiculously fast either, to be honest. I didn't measure performance. Okay. Yeah, let's just not use that one. It does have 0 dependencies and also 45 dev dependencies. Wait, but these are dev dependencies. Oh, this has 124 dependents though. So yeah, this is a goated package, it seems. Let's just figure it out. How does it work? We got we got two things. Well, okay, let's look at what this looks like. We have a transform wrapper and a transform component. Inside the transform component is the thing that we want to be able to pan and pinch zoom. And there's another option here for doing some weird shit. Oh, for if we want to have access to these things. So don't have to worry about this, I don't think. How does this work? Oh, this probably makes a context and this accesses it. Okay, so we have the transform wrapper, transform component. Let's just look at those first, because it seems like, yeah, there's transform wrapper, transform component and then use transform context. I don't need that, probably, because I'm just going to be writing my own custom shit. So transform component. Wait, transform wrapper. Let's look at transform wrapper first. Oh, this is tiny. Yeah, this is absolutely tiny. This isn't even rendering anything. It's rendering a transform context. What's this? Okay, this is where all the money is. Yeah, add event listener and shit. Bunch of different event listeners. Bunch of different panning stuff. Yeah, this code is going to be yoinked by me soon. Front-end is Svelte, back-end Rust. And then this returns a provider, and inside is the content. What is content? Content's what I'm doing right now. This is broken. Or maybe. There's like all class components stuff. Yeah, this is broken. Like, type of children is going to be function if it's a function component, right? Anyway. Content is children. What is children? This dot props. Okay, so that's just the children. Okay. So this transform wrapper has this, and what children does it give? I guess it just... Yeah, it's fine. And then transform component. What is this thing? Okay, so this renders two divs, has some styles on them. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Children and wrapper class, content class, wrapper style, content style. Okay. Cool. Not that bad. This is not that bad at all. So let's make our own component. Make a new folder, actually, called components. Let's move our canvas into that folder just for ease of access. And let's make a new file called Zoomer. Okay, now time to steal a bunch of code. So this has a mouse down, mouse move, mouse up, mouse leave, key up, key down. Lots of things. And then we remove those on unmount. Some of these are attached to the window, some of these are attached to the document. This mouse leave is never removed on unmount. That's weird. And then we have a wrapper, and wrapper has some things of its own on it. Sheesh. That's a lot of event listeners. So luckily Svelte can do some cool stuff like this. Svelte window on mouse down, for example. And then it looks like we want on panning start, on mouse move, on panning, on mouse up, on panning stop, on mouse... Oh, not on mouse leave. That's on the document. Okay, what is this? What is this song I just listened to? Okay. Document. Svelte document. On mouse leave. Clear panning. Oh, Svelte document's not a thing? Svelte add listener to document. Maybe I want to add this to the body, probably. Yeah, we'll try Svelte body for now. Yo, Deja CSC, thank you for the Prime sub. Set yourself free. Set key unpressed. And then set key pressed. Okay, so that's all of these event listeners done. I just now need to define them. So let's start with on panning start. Okay. So we can disable. So let's, okay. We need a disable prop, export, let disabled equals false. If disabled, return. Is panning start allowed? What is this? Sheesh, that's a lot of stuff, actually. So let's just do is panning start allowed. And we'll just return true for now. If not is panning start allowed, EV, return. Activation keys. I don't think I want activation keys. Where's the docs? What are the default activation keys? Can't be much. So the activation keys are probably so that you can only drag if like you're holding down control. But the question is, do I want that? I want you to just be able to drag like this. I don't want you to have to be holding down control, I don't think. Yeah, here's activation keys. A. Control. I'm obviously doing this wrong. So let's just ignore that. We'll just not include that in our implementation. Okay, so we do want to prevent default, stop propagation. Oh, well, we only want to do that if on this condition, so. Boom. Handle cancel animation, handle panning start. Why is there a handle panning start and an on panning start? Oh, this has an animation frame on it. Cringe. What does handle panning start? God, fuck, there's a lot of shit here. Okay, well, let's take a look at what this is doing. We get the scale. This has so many fucking functions, dude. Like, it calls handle panning start and then handle touch panning setup, handle panning setup, handle cancel anim. Didn't it also already do handle cancel animation? Handle calculate bounds. And where's this touch move? Like mouse down, should I be using like down, pointer down? I feel like I should maybe not be yoinking code from this because it's so bad. Like touch down, pointer down. Isn't this not going to work for touch events? Want to use React because React is really bad for this project. I might just use my own shit, chat. This can't be that hard. Famous last words. Yeah. We're going to change this to pointer down. We're going to have a variable called isPanning. And then here we're going to do isPanning equals true. I will be much better than. Look at the sky, I'm still here. I'll be alive next year. I can make something good. Oh, something good. Isn't there a library for Svelte that does this? You tell me. Couldn't find one that was good. I never know what the difference between page X and client X is. I'm sure. Look at the sky, I'm still here. What's client X then? Clicking the, okay, I see. What about the other X? Screen X? We're using screen X and screen Y. Because it's all relative anyway, it doesn't matter. And like if they scroll during, I guess client X would also make sense, but if they scroll during panning somehow, then I guess it doesn't really matter at all, as long as we use the same thing everywhere. Actually, yeah, I'll just use client X then. Okay, so initial pointer X, initial pointer Y. So I can now calculate the delta. Okay, so what I want to do here, pan delta X equals ev.client X minus initial pointer X. Only Twitch streamer you watch? Thank you for the Prime sub Simon was taking. That's really nice to hear, I guess. I don't know, there are people like that. Now this should work very well, I think. I can get rid of this also. I want to now go to here, not here though. Go to here. Go to my transform component thing here. Yeah, let's look at how this does this part. There's two divs, a div, an inner div, an outer div, and then the children inside that. So this outer one is React Transform Wrapper. Thicker than you sink. Touch callout. Oh, let's just ignore that for now. Okay, and then you are flex wrap, hfit, wfit, m0, p0, origin, top left. And obsession rules you down. But don't you wait, there's something you will face. So now we have this wrapper style and content style. I'm not sure exactly how that happens. Wrapper style. It must be set somewhere else. Wrapper style. Oh, this is all custom shit. This isn't set by anyone. Wait, then how's it transform? Where's the transform applied? Set components. This has got to be it, right? No. Huh. I will do that for $1 million, Great God of Fire. Okay, so now what we want to do is close all this Rust stuff out. Inside the zoomer, I want to transform. I think I want to transform the interior. Simon was taken. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Holy shit. That's super generous of you. I appreciate it. Okay, watch this. Oh. Whoops. Okay, watch this. Nice. Look at this. It works perfectly. Panning complete. How many subs do we have now? 189? We can get 11 more subs today. We can get to 200 subs today. Not that hard. Chat, if you have your Prime available, you should use it now. And if you don't have your Prime available, what if you actually do have it and you just forgot to check? Seriously, I know that half the viewers right now are just tabbed out, listen to me in the background, which I'm totally fine with. It's kind of cool that you guys like listen to me in the background. But just tab in, check if you have a Prime, tab back out. Just do me a solid. Just real quick. Pang, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. See, Pang didn't know that they had a Prime until they tabbed out, tabbed back in, and checked. And that could be you too. Old Man Billiam, thank you for the tier 1. I will run an ad in fucking 5 minutes or 7 minutes, because that's when it happens automatically. Zolo, thank you for the Prime as well. Holy shit. I knew there were Primes. I knew it. 192 subs now. Only 8 more. Should Prime in celebration of my beautiful panning prowess. Simon was taken. Holy shit. Thank you for gifting 5 more subs. You don't gotta gift subs, dude. I'm totally fine in the in the money department. I just want people to use their Primes. That's it. Who said I was going to run this 24/7 all the time, Pang? Not me. Why is this mad at me? It's not a thing. Uh-oh. Wait, this has been... The backend has been spitting out errors for the past long time. Did I do the wrong order for my... What? The length is 1,000,000, but the index is 1.02 million. On the Delta merger. The index is wrong? What? How could this happen? Let's restart it and see if we can replicate this error. Yeah. That's out of bounds somehow. 166, 352 equals... What? That can't be... That's... Oh, that is right, huh? I was like, how could this possibly... Why is this such a coincidence? But no, that's totally right. How is this at 1,002? And how did this not get caught earlier? Oh, of course that's why it's at... Okay, I get why it's at 1,002. It's probably because the canvas has a margin. I can click outside the margin. I can probably also do a negative number. This is kind of weird. Why is the canvas all... I can only click on some parts of the canvas. Yeah, so why is this even making it past the WebSocket server? My check for out of bounds obviously is failing. Did I not call is valid? I never called is valid? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I was like, oh, I'll just write this function that checks if a pixel is valid. And then never use it. Okay, this should be good now. The other thing I wanted... Oh, yeah, I just want to get rid of this println here. I do not need to check if it's greater than 0 because these are unsigned. So this is working, I think. I can kind of see little red specks. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't connected properly. Now it's working. Okay, so we got the panning correct. I now want to do the zooming, I guess. I was zooming with the browser zooming. I can zoom like this, but I want to be able to zoom without this, you know. But it looks like there's no on mouse wheel thing for some reason. There's on wheel. Oh, that works fine. Wheel event. Okay, so I want to do a bit of this. I want to do let zoom equals 0. Or no, let zoom equals 1 by default, actually. And do we scale before we translate, or do we translate before we scale? I think we translate before we scale. Okay, so on this wheel event, what do I got? What do I get from this? Delta. Delta Y. It's either negative 102 or negative 102. Am I doing SSR? Yeah. Why not? Why do you ask? What a pointless question, it seems. Okay. Now I can zoom. Pan. Except my zooming is all wonky. Also, I'm just trying to set some pixels and they're not getting set. Oh, there. Okay. Obviously, the zoom needs to be exponential. How happens if I place a pixel while zoomed in? It places the wrong coordinate. Kind of don't want to do this. Oh, I'm awake, so I study the shape of your face. How do I do a nice exponential zoom? I steal it from this, of course. It's getting stretched. Oh, we crashed our entire thing. How did that happen? Don't need it. Oh, I won't grieve it. There's totally a way to do this. I want to do width full, height full, and then in my zoomer, never be alone, don't you worry much. No, there's nothing. This is so unintuitive. Like the fact that like when you click, often you don't want to be also panning. And also the zoom is still cringe. How do I fix the zoom? Maybe I do like const zoom indices or zoom amounts. If it's negative, that's going up. I want to zoom in. So going up. Negative is going up. Negative is going up. Minus, so 0 is up, in, 0 is in. So it would be 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0 0.5, 0 0.1. Zoom is less than 0. Zoom equals 0. If zoom is greater than zoom amounts dot length, greater than or equal to zoom equals zoom amounts dot length minus 1. Zoom amounts is not a function. Yeah, it sure isn't. Who would ever call this like it was a function by accident? That's a crazy thing to do. There we go. That's a lot more intuitive. Except it's broken somehow. Let's take out the 0.5 and 0.1. Let's get rid of this border. Have a BG white on this. And then have like a... How can I zoom out to infinity? It doesn't make sense. It's because my logic here is broken. There we go. It's 9:30. I have to be off stream at 10. Is there enough time to finish this zooming bit? I'm looking over all of them on April 19th. Carwin Nelson. But don't live forever, mother. This is like minus Rex dot left, right? Or is it plus? No, certainly not. Shouldn't it be minus? Yeah. Let me do this. On mouse move. $135. Still 135. This is all correct, right? Now, why is the Y position wrong? Oh, because it's fucking client X for this as well. God damn it. Now this should work, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I need another zoom level. I need another zoom level. So go by the sweat that you waste away. You carry your enemies, but they're so familiar. Why is this not working? Oh, because I'm dumb and stupid, huh? That must be it. No, maybe that's not it. Undefined? Oh. Oh, data.data. Yeah, of course. Ah, very funny, very funny. Very funny. I know why this is happening. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. Of course. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is slightly faster to update. Okay, chat, I have how much time left? I have to end my stream in 20 minutes. I want to maybe try running this real quick with actual people and seeing what happens. So to do that, okay. Okay. You're only going to be able to place red pixels, chat, but this will be a nice little test. So I kind of want to like ngrok it, I guess. Okay. I need to fucking deploy this, I guess. This is gonna take a bit, chat. Cloudflare. Pages. Create a project. Place. Man. Svelte kit. Yarn build. Root directory. Packages. Front end. Do I have any environment variables? No. Save and deploy. Let's see if this deploys correctly, chat. Cloning repository. Finished closing repository files. Building application. Yeah, you can send that, Spinning Spence. It failed. Why did it fail? Oh, node version. Node version. I always forget this. Initializing build environment once again. Cloning repository. Finished cloning. Building application. I already made you want more. I've been made you hurt more. I'm undone. Something comforting. Waiting still. It failed. Can you give me the logs, please? Thank you very much. It just says success cloning. This is so cringe. What? It doesn't give me build log. Okay, there we go. Oh, my build command doesn't do bebop. Let's make a build front end. And how do I run something in a I did this before. Come on. It was literally in this file. It's like yarn workspace front end run build or something. Oh, that is it. Okay. That does the bebop. Bebop. Okay. I need to edit the deployment settings. Root directory is now the root again, but the output directory is packages, frontend, Svelte, Cloudflare. Save. Fix build. Oh, wait, the build is different as well. Did I miss this? Do I have to now repush it? Someday we're out of time. Aren't you Maybe this time it'll work. Possibly. Why is my site a .net? Because .com was taken, I guess. Fuck. What? What's wrong? I might have to not do this today, chat. Because Yarn is being cringe. Yarn install. Maybe this will work, though. And we wished each other well. Hurry up, dude. Just faster. Do it faster, please. Why is it taking so long to build? It's such a small application. Fast builds beta, more like slow builds alpha. Huh, got him. More like never builds gamma. And I watched the... What the fuck? Why is it installing Go? Installing Hugo 0.54.0. Why did it install Hugo 0.54.0? Hello? I'm confused. This is Cloudflare's fault. There's no results for this fucking... What? I don't even know what Hugo is. It's Go. It's install. It had. That's why it took so long. It's because I had to install Go. It's like npm modules installed using Yarn. Oh, I just want to install Hugo now because I'm insane. This doesn't have any info in it. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this today, obviously. Because for some reason, Cloudflare Pages is just broken. I don't want a Hugo version on Cloudflare. I'm not using Hugo. I've never used Hugo in my life, nor have I ever heard of Hugo. So yeah, that's the story. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do this tomorrow then, chat. We'll have a free open test tomorrow. So make sure to be there, because we will beta test the whole thing. I will almost certainly fix this off stream. I'm not deploying a Hugo site. Don't link me to how to deploy a Hugo site. I'm not doing that. It somehow detected that I did. Like, Hugo. Is there any... No, it's not like my front build command includes the string Hugo. Fucking cringe, dude. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Who will I raid? I will raid nobody.